boo, hey, welcome to another message here with me, Duchess, where we gonna find out exactly what it is that you need to know right now. Please remember that this is a general collective reading, so take what resonates, leave what doesn't behind, and it is a timeless reading. So whenever you run into it, boo, there should be messages here for you. And of course, if you haven't checked out the details to come hang out with me and find your safe place at the Tarot Slumber Party Retreat, you are missing out on a hell of a good thing. We are meditating, we are manifesting. There's one-on-one healing, one-on-one readings. We're going to have a dance party. We're going to talk about everything under the sun, eat good food, drink good drinks. It's going to be the time of your life, so definitely get your sign up on, boo, and come hang out with me. Now, let's see here what message Spirit wants to deliver to you today. We got here the expectation card. So obviously here it has to do with some sort of expectation you have. Let's see if this expectation is being met or what's the energy surrounding this expectation. Okay, there's some messages coming here about an expectation that you have. Okay, let's talk about it. Oh, okay. And it has to do with some sort of ending. Okay, let's talk about this. Imprisonment. We're going to pull one more. 12 and labor. Okay. So we got this energy here where Spirit is saying here that there's this energy where, expectation, message, coffin, imprisonment, work. Your expectations here are keeping you imprisoned here in working hard towards fighting towards some sort of ending. Okay, some sort of ending. I'm not sure if this ending is supposed to be happening or if it's not supposed to be happening. We're going to have to pull more cards here. But Spirit is saying here that you have an expectation of something that keeps you imprisoned, and you keep working and working and working and working towards this expectation. So the energy I'm getting is like an example. Say, for instance, here you have an expectation for your partner, your coworker, your friend or something here to do something specifically, but they're not doing it, okay? Or they're not bringing to the table what you asked. And then instead of, going about changing the expectation or moving your expectations elsewhere, it's like you've gotten imprisoned in this cycle here of trying to make something happen, trying to basically force your expectation here to be fulfilled. But it doesn't look like that's the best route to go. Let's ask more questions here. I'm like, this is definitely, I've heard readers say there's a weird read. So I'm like, whoever this resonates for knows what this is about. What's going on here, Spirit? What's going on? This expectation, them overworking. We got here an Ace of Coins, Ace of Pentacles. We got here a Five of Wands. We got here the Knight of Pentacles and the Nine of Cups. Okay, so there's something here again. You're waiting for some sort of offering, but there's a lot of friction that's happening in the meantime. There's a lot of friction that's happening in the meantime internally here, because it's like basically your expectation is coming towards you very slowly, it seems, with this Knight of Pentacles. It's like the expectation is coming towards you, but you're not realizing that, so you're overdoing or overworking or over trying here. Yeah, Knight of Cups, which brings offering. And then we got here a Two of Swords. And a Seven of Cups. See, they're saying here that there's a sense of confusion here, that there's a lot going on. For some of you, this definitely has to do with some sort of connection with someone that's been holding back their heart. They haven't really been expressing themselves. And so it's like you may be overwork or overdue here to try to get some sort of confession or get some sort of something here, like this person to communicate. But Spirit is saying that you're overworking, you're doing too much. I feel like this is definitely a message where you're not supposed to be trying to force something, or you're not supposed to be trying to get somebody to communicate or do anything. You're supposed to just be allowing things to flow, allowing things to happen, not getting so much in force mode. Okay. Tell us more about this, Spirit. Give us insight here. Spirit is saying that your expectation wants to come to you, most definitely, but you have to stop being imprisoned here and feeling like you have to work so hard for it. So if it's, say you want some sort of goal or aspiration, you shouldn't be overdoing it, okay? Say it's a relationship, you shouldn't be overgiving, overdoing it, bending over backwards. Say it's a partnership, you shouldn't maybe be over agreeable, overdoing it. There's something here where you're being told here not to overdo. Your intuition is trying to tell you how to easily get to this expectation, how to easily get to the opportunity that you want. But there's something in the ego here that's putting you in overdrive, is the word I'm hearing. Overworking, overdrive, doing too much. But doing too much is the opposite of what you need to do. You need to allow your things to just go with the flow here. Spirit is saying here that this comes from making judgments or having pre-notions about the situation. And that's what gives you these expectations, right? So say, for instance, you have an expectation here that, you know, things will flow easily, but it's not necessarily an easy flow. Maybe there's obstacles and challenges you have to overcome. Or maybe you had an expectation here that you would get a certain amount of support, and that's not really the way that it's been coming. But that doesn't mean that it's a time to give up, okay? Or it's a time to overdo it. It's like they're saying here there's a lot of expectations that you've been having that make you try to constantly make something happen, but you gotta rest on that. Yeah. See, right now it's about slow movement, 7 of coins, planting a seed and allowing the harvest to grow. Yes, okay, because there's a great creative energy. So with this Page of Wands and this Page of Coins, this lets us know that whatever you're expecting, there is this great creative energy here for this expectation to move towards you. Like there's something brewing up. It's going to move towards you, but it's also in the midst of not forcing, not overdoing. 10 of Wands. Yeah, see, it's a time to overcome the struggle of overdoing or feeling like you have to work so hard towards what it is that you want. Spirit's saying that you haven't really been happy in that space at all. That you've been feeling drained. You've been tired. You've been feeling exhausted. You've been feeling resentful. Yes. Okay. So there's this energy here where it's like, rather than trying to force something, you're stepping into this level of acceptance and allowing things to flow. And now things are going to flow here a lot easier for you because you're doing things with balance. Okay, so it's like the law of attraction, or just life here. Whatever you put in, you should get some sort of reward, right? There's a balance. So it's like you're realizing here that if you put the energy in, then eventually you're going to get some sort of reward. But it shouldn't be a situation where you have to force, pressure, make something happen. Like there's an essence of being in a very feminine energy, like leaning back here and receiving. That's when things start moving more swiftly here. Yes, okay? That's when things start moving more swiftly here towards what it is that you want, towards your fulfillment, towards your happiness. So it's like Spirit is saying, as soon as you go with the flow and don't make things happen, things start flowing. Okay? Yeah, that's when the magic happens. That's when things start flowing. But if you're constantly trying to force, constantly trying to make something happen, that's when there's a blockage that occurs. Yeah, the 5 of coins, okay? And so this really reminds me of this dream that I had a couple of weeks ago. And in this dream, there was this celebration that I was supposed to be going to. And at the bottom, it's funny because nobody even told me. At the bottom, it was saying that there was a celebration for me, and it was in bold letters, but it was all the way at the bottom, real small. And so I was like, oh crap, I forgot everything. So I went and I was looking for like all these little, I don't know what I was looking for. for probably like my crown and stuff, just stuff to wear. Like it was nothing specifically needed, but I just had to have it. I had to force it. This had to happen. And in the meantime, what happened was I missed my celebration. So there was something here where Spirit is saying here, don't try to force something to be. Don't try to make something to be. Don't let an expectation take you away from your prize, okay? Because there's a prize here, but it's like the expectations that you have is what gets in the way, because it's almost like a self-sabotage, like getting in the way of self, right? So for that party that I had to go to for my celebration, all I had to do was show up and let myself be celebrated. But instead of doing that, I was like, oh, well, I need this stuff. I was making things more difficult, right? Because I was like, well, there's an expectation that I got to wear this and I got to do this and I got to say this and I got to do this. And then with the expectation, what happened was I missed out on everything. Okay, so there's something here where Spirit is saying here. I feel like I had that dream here to share, telling you don't miss out on your blessings here. Exactly, a 5 of Swords. Don't end up feeling defeated. Don't end up feeling like you're missing out on your blessings, right? Because of these expectations you have here that hold you back or create blockages or force you to make moves that are against the grain instead of for the grain. So it's a time here of having a new thought process, having new patterns of new ideas on how to handle things. And that's when you finally get your wish fulfillment. So there's a wish fulfillment here. It's like this expectation wants to be met, most definitely, right? However, it can only be met here if you release the resistance, release the struggle, release whatever it is that's getting in the way here. We got to move away from the resistance and allow things to flow, right? Allow things to flow. And then what you want is actually coming in, quite frankly, okay? But we can't force it. We can't make it happen. Just allow it to flow. All right, boo? I'd love to see you in Orlando for the 3-day Tarot Slumber Party. I'm sending you love, light, and blessings. Leave some donations. It's greatly appreciated on every level, and it helps a lot here so I can provide good decks and good readings here for you guys. And of course, check out my website for all types of goodies. You can book me. I'm talking to you later, boo. Bye.